Hello, ninth class. Today, in your chapter Water, we will be learning about certain topics. And first topic that is there telling us about that water is a universal solvent. Before that, we want to see where water is found. Water occurs in free as well as in combined state. Water occurs in three states: solid, liquid, gases. Solid, it is ice, snow, frost. Liquid, it is water, dew present in soil. In gases, it is cloud, mist, vapor. In combined state, it is found everywhere in the living beings. Then it is present in the hydrated salt in the combined form. Now we will be learning about that water is a universal solvent. Factor which makes water universal solvent is that water molecule is polar in nature. Water molecule form hydrogen bonds with other molecule. Water molecule having a high electric constant. Water molecule can enter in chemical reaction with any other compound. Why a substance dissolve in water? We says that water is a strong dielectric constant. It is universal solvent. For example, I am putting sodium salt. It is having sodium and chlorine ions together, joined together in a crystal form. When it is put into water, the negative part of the water is oxygen, combines and attracts sodium toward itself. At the same time, the chlorine is negatively charged. The positive part of water start combining and pulling negative part chlorine toward itself. During this process, large amount of energy is released. This energy is known as hydration energy. So if the energy is more than the overall energy of the system, the ions, the bond between sodium and chlorine breaks, and hence substance dissolve. So water is having stronger force of attraction due to its negative part or due to its positive part. So it dissolves large number of substances in it. Because of all these things, water is a universal solvent. Okay class, now we will study about physical properties of water. Pure water is colorless, transparent, clear liquid. Pure water is odorless. Pure water is tasteless, has a flat taste. Boiling point of water is 100 degree at 1 atm pressure. Boiling water gets affected by pressure and impurities, as we are learning in 8th class that boiling point can be increased or decreased. Increase in pressure raises the boiling point. So when we are taking water and cooking food in the pressure cooker, the boiling point increases and helps in cooking the food earlier. But if we are going in Mount Everest or somewhere else where pressure is less, the water boils below 100 degree, making cooking very difficult. The boiling point can be increased or decreased depend upon the dissolved salt in water. Cereals often soften more readily when boiled in water containing salt. If you are making dal or something, don't add dal in water simply and boil. Just add some salt also in it. It will also increase the boiling point. Next to the boiling point is freezing point. Pure water freezes at 0 degree at 1 atm. Just like boiling, freezing point is also affected by the pressure and impurities. Increasing in pressure lowers the freezing point. This fact has been used in ice skating. Presence of soluble salt in water lowers the freezing point. To melt snow on the roads, sodium chloride is sprayed on the road in hilly areas. This lowers the melting point, and so road is always clear. Or you might have, so in the hilly areas we see that roads are always clear in the snowy season also. Now same thing we can see, you have seen ice cream wala selling ice cream. In his box, when he is in the center, he is putting ice cream, but wooden and that iron sheet inside he is filling ice with salt sprinkled over it. That is also lowering the temperature. Then density. Water has maximum density of 1 gram per centimeter cube at 4 degree. Hence lowers the density than water. So because of this, the ice is always floating on water. Now next we are having specific heat capacity. It is the amount of heat. It is the amount of heat required. It is the amount of heat, specific heat capacity, which helps in raising the temperature. Specific heat capacity of water is 4.2 joules per gram at 15 degree. It is highest among all the substances. It can absorb large amount of heat. Specific latent heat of fusion. It is the amount of heat a solid will absorb when it changes from solid to liquid. It is high. It absorbs that energy. Then only it will change. And this much energy is utilized to change the state of matter. Similarly, we are having specific latent heat of vaporization of water. That is also 336 joules. Means this much energy liquid water will absorb, and then only it will change into vaporization. And if the vapors need to change into liquid, they have to release this much of energy. This energy is high in the steam. So steam gives severe burn because of this 336 joules per gram of energy, which is more than liquid. So we'll say there's a question. Steam gives more severe burns than boiling water because steam gets this much energy. Conductivity. In pure, it is a bad conductor of heat and electricity. Dielectric constant is highest, that is 80 for this. There's one more topic, anomalous behavior of water. Water is only substance which expands on cooling below 4 degree temperature. So due to this, what happens? The water below the ice layer does not freezes during the extreme cold. So fishes can live in this deep water at 4 degree by staying at the bottom. When water at the bottom of the pond freezes into ice at 0 or below, ice being lighter, having density less than water, it comes on the top and floats. So it forms a layer on the top, which does not allow the cold from outside to reach. So it is acting as an insulator and protects the fishes and animals from further cold.